right? So everybody's talking about, exactly how this happened. Well, you know what? So I think it's important not to get out over your skis. But in a situation like this, clearly it would be insane to say that there weren't failures, there weren't breakdowns here. And even people with no experience can look at this and say, I'm sorry, how did you not have somebody up on top of a roof that had line of sight to the stage, to the rally event? And so typically, look, when something like this happens, and I've done countless, advanced plannings and security assessments and risk and threat assessments, and typically when something happens like this, it's not one thing, right? It's a series of mistakes or missteps that compound, and then you end up with this goat rope that never should have happened. So they're doing an investigation. Congress, of course, has called for an investigation. I wouldn't expect anything to come from that, because Washington, D.C. is where all investigations go to die. And but the Bureau is involved. Secret Service obviously doing their own hot wash, and they sit underneath the Department of Homeland Security. So if DHS does a review, fine. But there's so much video footage of this, right? And it happened in real time with so many people watching and so many different angles that I think in this case, unlike sometimes you get investigations of an event and you don't get much transparency, right? Because internally they're trying to figure out, okay, how do we improve this? Well, you don't want to necessarily talk about all that activities because you're informing people who might have nefarious intent. But here, it was clear for everyone to see that there was a significant number of issues and problems.
Whose responsibility, who does the buck ultimately stop with when we're talking about this?